Hey gang, this is the Hamilton Beach 6-speed hand mixer, and I just wanted to show you kind of the features and the attachments it comes with, as well as its storage case system, and then we're going to make some cookie dough with it. So let's get started. So let's go over the features and the accessories that the Hamilton Beach 6-speed comes with. As you can see, it comes with a nice storage case that it snaps into, that you can store the beaters in, as well as the cord wraps around into it. And overall, it ends up being about 10 inches high, a little under 10 inches high, about 9 inches wide, and about 4.5 inches deep, so that it should fit in just about any cupboard that you need to fit it into. And let's open it up and see what's inside here. So we've got the mixer itself, and we've got the cord, and I'll show you more on that in a second. Inside the storage container, you've got a whisk attachment, and you've got 2 beater attachments. And I'm curious to see how these do in the cookie dough test, because I'm not a big fan of the beaters that have the post in the middle, but we'll cover that in a second. As for the mixer goes, it's a 220 watt mixer, so it uses quite a bit of energy compared to other mixers. And as you can see here, it's got controls on the top, but overall, it's got a nice ergonomic feel. It weighs about 2.8 pounds or about 1.3 kilograms. And with the beaters in it, it ends up being about 10 inches tall as well. So we just snap those in there like that. And to eject them, the speed control dial actually is a button. So you'll see here when I push, they come out like that. So it works like that. That's a little bit different than some of the other mixers that I've worked with. So for the controls, you can see up here on top, it's got this dial. So it's obviously turned off. But then as I move the dial up, the speed increases, as well as it's got a boost button. You can hear the difference in the speed there, and then of course that turns it off, and then like I mentioned, that's the eject button. Overall, it's got a pretty nice ergonomic feel. It weighs about a little under 3 pounds and about 1.3 kilograms, and I'm eager to see how well it does in the cookie dough test. So let's try it out. So one of the things I've noticed is that with this pole in the middle, right here, that goes all the way from top to bottom, that these blenders, these particular beaters, tend to get gunked up a little bit when you get into the thicker cookie doughs. And I tend to like the more open beaters because they don't get as gummed up as this. Otherwise, I think it's done a good job. We'll just finish mixing this with the spoon, and then we're ready to bake. Overall, I think the Hamilton Beach 6-speed hand mixer did a pretty good job in the cookie dough test. As I've always found, these kind of beaters that have this post that runs through the middle from top to bottom, those tend to get clogged up, so I'm not a big fan of these beaters, but this had more than enough power to do the cookie dough. Also, I think this storage container, well, honestly, you probably want to throw it away. It's a bit hard to pack everything in here and then snap the mixer on top of it. But if that's something that's important to you, maybe you'd want to choose another mixer. I do like this in general sense, that I think is a great price. So hope you like it too.